So this is the Corpus Callosum, right? Which is this thing right here. Okay, can you see? Can you see it all, Naima? I'll try to move it over here so you can see. So right here. Okay. This is the fornix, which is this thing right here. Okay, and those two things together make up the roof and the floor of the lateral ventricle, which is this space right here. Okay, and see how you can see it on here that it is actually a space. There's an opening there. Okay. This pink stuff is representing the choroid plexus, which is the bundle of blood vessels that makes the cerebrospinal fluid. And it's this stuff here in this brain. See how it looks pink and kind of feathery? Okay, that's the blood vessels and the ependymal cells that make the cerebrospinal fluid. Okay, this round area right here is the thalamus, which is this structure here. It's always going to have this roundish appearance to it. The space in between the fornix and the thalamus, so this space right here, is the third ventricle. So the left lateral ventricle is the first ventricle. The right lateral ventricle is the second ventricle, but we don't call them first and second, we call them lateral. And then the third ventricle is around the thalamus. Okay. Yeah. So on these that are cut in half, it looks like it's just above it, but it actually is all the way around it. Okay. This number 23 right here is the pineal gland, which is right here on the sheet. Theirs are much bigger than ours, and part of the reason for that is that that is an endocrine gland that we're going to talk about on the last lecture. But one of the things that it does in animals like sheep that come into heat or estrus that only breed certain times of year is it regulates that breeding cycle. We don't breed seasonally, right? We're fertile all the time, or once a month. So ours is much smaller than theirs is. Okay. This is the tectum, right? The superior and inferior colliculi, which is this structure here. And running under that structure, right there, sort of, is the cerebral aqueduct. There and there. Okay, that connects the third ventricle to the fourth ventricle. The fourth ventricle is the space under the cerebellum. So cerebral aqueduct connects those two. So this would be the fourth ventricle. Okay. In front, so here's the thalamus. To the front of the thalamus, this little triangular area right before the optic nerve is the hypothalamus. So that would be this area right here. Okay. The pituitary gland hangs off of the hypothalamus. We only have one model that shows the pituitary gland. It's literally a little purple bean that would be hanging off the brain right here. Okay. This is the pons, the bulge. This is the medulla oblongata, this part right here. And then inside the cerebellum, the white matter inside the cerebellum looks like a tree. That's the arbor vitae, or tree of life. And this is the cingulate gyrus. So all of these folds are called gyri, right? This one is the cingulate, the singular one that folds up over the top of the corpus callosum. So this is the cingulate gyrus, which would be right here in the sheep. And I think that's everything, but look on the list on the next page, and if we missed anything,